So far, all of our drawing has been done in the 2D workspace, which is called drafting and annotation. However, there are two other workspaces that we can use, 3D basics and 3D modeling. And if we go to 3D modeling, which is the more advanced workspace, you can see that our ribbon menu changes and we now have all of the tools available for 3D drawing. So at the very beginning we have our 3D modeling tools, which are our basic 3D shapes and some editing tools, but we still have our 2D drawing panel here that we've been using so far. You can see it's just been moved up slightly. Okay, so we've got our drawing panel here and our modify panel for 2D shapes, but then we have some extra panels like coordinates, views, selections, and then we have our layer panel as before at this end. If you're using AutoCAD for Mac, then you don't have the concept of workspaces. Instead, you need to click on the Modeling tab that is at the top of your left-hand toolbar as shown here. Everything that we've been drawing so far in 2D has been using the X and Y plane, but there's actually a Z plane. You just can't see it when you're drawing in 2D, and that's because it goes right back down into the screen. Whenever we're drawing in AutoCAD in 3D, we really need to be considering this little icon here in the corner, which is called the UCS, which stands for User Coordinate System. And we're going to spend a bit of time over the next few videos getting used to how to use, read and manipulate this UCS. Now, one of the things that we've really not been talking about, but it's been in view all the time, is this control over here. It's called the view cube, and as you can see we've got north, east, south and west, but we've also got this little cube here, and you can see that it says top, and we've been drawing looking at it from the very top of our drawing, but we can actually use this to move our drawing round, and you can see that as I hover over the cube, different parts of it highlight, and when I click it will turn that cube around and it will turn my drawing round as well. And I can look at it from the corner, from the side, from an angle, etc. So here you can see that I'm looking at it from the front, and you can now see the Z-axis goes all the way up, the X and Y are sitting flat. Now because we've been drawing in 2D, there's no depth to our drawing, they're just lines at this stage. And you can see that that's exactly what we can see here, just a single line as we look at it from the side. If you can't see the view cube, then you need to go to the View tab and make sure that it's switched on here on the Viewport Tools panel. You can also switch the UCS on and off here as well. This view cube also has some arrows pointing towards the cube, and you can use those to turn your drawing round as well. When you hover over the top right hand corner, you get two arrows that allow you to spin your drawing around, so you can look at it from any angle. And at the top left hand corner we have this little house, and that can be the home position, and the home position tends to be with the X running towards the right hand side of our screen, the Y running to the left and the Z pointing straight up. And this is kind of a default home position. Now you can change the default home position by right clicking on it and set current view as home, but we'll leave it as this for now. This is quite a useful default position to be in. Now we've got a shortcut to be able to move that view cube as well, and that is to hold down the shift key and the middle mouse wheel at the same time, and we can rotate our drawing around and see it from any angle. And you can see that as I do that, the view cube is mirroring my drawing, as is the UCS. You can see the UCS has now changed to being RGB in colour, and it spins around and shows me exactly where X is, Y is and Z. And that UCS is really important to keep an eye on when we're drawing in 3D. At any point I can just click back on the home button and it will just set it back to being in that default isometric view. It's really important to note that when we are moving our drawing around using the view cube, we are only changing the orientation of our drawing in relation to where we're looking. We're never changing the coordinate system itself. So we can see here on the UCS, which is this little XYZ icon, it never changes where the X, Y and Z are actually sitting. X, Y and Z are always in the same place.